Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Working Horses with Jim. I am Jim, and my lovely wife is here also with me.
Hi.
So today we have several things to do, but the thing I want to show you guys is some work that we're going to be doing with Lady and with Libby, her new foal. She is, let me think now, is she 3 weeks old now? I believe she's 3 weeks old now. So we've got several things to do. One of the things I need to do is load her, Lady and Libby into the trailer because we'll be taking her to get rebred here pretty soon. But yesterday I was hired by a guy on the spur of the moment, some Amish people that had some sheep to haul. So I hauled like 70 sheep to 3 different places, just local here. So I got that all done, but I had to take my boards out of the front part. And so now I need to get this trailer cleaned out, and then we will go on to working with Lady and Libby. Coming right at you. So this morning, I want to do a bunch of things with both Lady and Libby. I've actually given Libby her lesson as far as walking goes, but I want to trim Lady's mane real quick, and then I want to trim her feet. Their feet are really bad, and I'll talk about that a little bit. But anyways, we have them in this pen. I locked them up earlier this morning, and so Lady's caught, and she's ready to go. Just a quick look at this pen. This pen is frustrating because we want this pen clean so that when these 2 horses come in here, they can stay clean. But Libby, I don't know about right now, but this morning she had manure and slop all over her sides. It's not quite so noticeable as it was earlier. But this pen is also opened up for the cows, so the cows can come in here also. And because of that, it gets so sloppy so fast. I put some bunch of bedding in here just a little while ago, and Brenda said she just put some in here yesterday also.
Yeah.
And it just gets sloppy really fast. Anyways, they're not in here that much, so it really doesn't matter. They're outside most of the time. But I want to work on Lady's feet, so I really don't want them all sloppy. And hopefully by standing there for a little while in that hay, she has got cleaned up. But before we start on this project, as you can see this side, do you see Libby's side, Brenda?
Yeah, it's bad on this side.
She's a dirty slob. Anyways, because of what we're doing today, I have decided, we brought these horses in a while ago, and I want to work them, of course, but since they're coming in, I just generally do the mane cutting right here, and so Baron's right in the way. So I'm just going to kick all the Suffolks outside for a little while until I get done with Lady, and then I'll bring them back in because all of them have work to do today. They might even be thirsty, so because when I brought them in, they didn't drink, so they might drink now, but if not, either way is fine. Get them.
What do you think, Baron? Look nice out there?
You're right.
It's hazy, hot, and humid today.
So even the horses are only going to go out for an hour or so, maybe 2 hours, and then I'm going to bring them right back in. As you see, I pull their halters right off, even for that short period of time. Sometimes when you have something that's happened in your lives or the lives of the horses, you're so much more concerned about it. Now for myself, we actually had a horse years ago that was outside all night, and I left the halter on for some reason. I don't know why. I think at that time I was taking the halters off some, and sometimes I wasn't. And I knew the potential issues, but I still thought they were okay. And that horse actually went outside, and during the night at some point went to scratch his head and got his shoe caught in his halter. And he actually died. He was dead in the morning when we went out. He either broke his neck or had a heart attack or something. But it was just a terrible thing. A great horse. As a matter of fact, we had just gone to a horse pull. a day or two before that and actually won the horse pull with that horse. And so that was a big loss. But sometimes when you have those losses like that, you just are so much more concerned and thinking about it. So it's very rare, very, very, very rare that my horses go outside with a halter on.
One more thing about that episode is that it was when the kids were home and Trudy was the one that went out and found the horse dead in the pasture. So that's a bad memory she has. Okay, quit your fooling around. Time to go out. Come on.
Get back.
You don't want to go out? I know you don't.
Get. Let's try to see if Bill wants any water. I think I'll leave Bill inside. Get these guys outside. Get out of here. Hey, get. If they were to stay outside for an hour, about guarantee you they'd be right here at the door begging to come back in. Because they much prefer being inside during the day, away from the flies, than being outside. Aren't they a nice looking trio? Mm-hmm. All right, let's shut the gate and get on with our work. I do mean the door, not the gate, because they're gonna be in the barnyard. But
well,
that's a problem with horses. So often with horses, if you really enjoy horses, it's so easy to just spend time just looking at them and watching them, because they're pretty majestic creatures, I guess you could say. And yeah, you probably won't hear that from me that much, but believe it or not, I do enjoy just looking at horses and watching them.
Did you say that's a problem? It's not a problem.
Well, it takes time.
Well, so what?
And I don't
time
get
well
my work.
spent.
Yes, right. Okay, I'm gonna water Bill, I guess. So my plan is to jump in the pen, put a halter on Libby, and I'm going to shut this door and we'll lead Lady out and get her main clip to start with. I'm still having a little bit of difficulty catching Libby. It's not like she runs right up to me. But then,
Skip.
why should she? I gave her a shot for like 10 days straight, penicillin. So why in the world would she even come anywhere near me? She's also very dirty. And I don't want to get myself all dirty. Here you go. Hey. As hard as she's not that hard to catch, but still, as soon as I get my hands on her, she usually calms right down and is great. All right, lady. Hey. Come here. So I'm assuming Libby will follow us right in here, and we'll clip Lady's mane real quick. That'll be good. You don't want water. Come here. So I'm assuming if we don't fool with Libby during this time, and Lady can see her, she'll probably be fine. But you never know with the old girl. Let's just skip. She's always been great to clip, and it just takes a second because she has a very thin mane, which is really easy to clip. Hey. Hey. Good enough. Now, a little bit of my thoughts on roached manes. I like roached manes. I also like a really nice flowing mane, but not when it comes to working horses. I prefer the roached mane. With Lady, and she's not being worked hardly at all, she would be better off with a nice long mane because she's out in the pasture to help with the flies and whatnot. But when you start a roached mane like I had with her years and years ago, a half roached mane is just the ugliest thing around, if you ask me. And so, let's try and get Libby back here so Lady's not upset. So anyways, even though she would be better off, in my opinion, with a mane during this time, I am going to continue keeping it roached down because it looks so ugly when it's not. I am not worried about doing a perfect job of roaching. I just want to get the bulk of it cut so it looks fairly decent. And give me a little duffer. I mean, you know, one thing we've done very little with her is brush her. I should do it more, and I really haven't been. Lady, be good.
So around her eyes, is that the baby hair is wearing off, the new hair is coming in? Is that what you'd say?
Yeah, that's what's happening. That's
She's going to look like a freak for a little while, but she's still cute.
She's got an awful dirty belly. And this brush is not going to clean it out, but it's more the idea of brushing her, getting her used to the brush, which, like I said, I've done very little of. But she's taking it quite well. We took a nice long walk this morning, and she's doing really well. So, but there's a few things we have to get her used to, and the biggest thing is getting her onto the trailer with her mother. I don't think it's going to be a problem because I think she'll just follow right on, but something we've got to deal with.
Can you get right
here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a piece of, I mean, it's
Dried on.
dried on poop probably. Oh, it'll come off.
Her nose is starting to wear through too.
Wear through. Is your nose wearing through, girl? This is all dirt here. See all that stuff there?
Yeah, but I think around her new hair's coming.
Yeah.
Old hair is leaving.
You're good, lady. You're good. You're gonna hurt your baby, not me. As you guys can see, I still, even at this age, much as I worked her, I try to keep her between me and Lady. Okay, that job's done. On to bigger and better things. Other years and other foals, when we've had this first trimming that Lady's needed while the foal is around, I believe we've had Brenda hold the foal, but we're not going to bother today because she'll just be fine playing here while I do this job. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hip. Hip. Show her feet, Brenda. Different horses are so different. So many horses, when they're outside, running around the pasture, their feet just wear down the way they should. She is not one of those horses. She has huge, huge feet, and if they're not trimmed properly, they'll break off like that left one over there. See how it's been breaking off a little bit? Got kind of a hole in the center there. And I mean, she should have been trimmed up a long time ago, but I'm just saying that so many horses, when they're outside, they just wear down and they hardly need any trimming. She is not one of those. But since she was in foal and I didn't want to put her in the stocks while she was in foal, I didn't want to fool with her feet. I did not too long ago, but her feet grow fast and they don't break off like so many other horses do, that it's potential trouble if I don't tend to it. Now she also has had issues with her feet, so even today I'm not going to take a huge amount of hoof off. Lady, it's all right, she's right close by. She's right behind you. Go up front so she can see you. Get there.
Thought she'd run up there if I came back here.
So anyways, what was I saying? So I'm not going to take a huge amount off of her shoes, off her feet today. I'm just going to trim her down some. When we shut that door so Libby does not run back into there. Grab that lead rope for me first, please. Thank you. Okay, another thing I want to do is I want to weigh both these gals up. So let us see if we can't get Libby on the scales to start with. Oh, and Brenda will weigh them up here. Actually, I'm going to go around the other way.
Okay. Good idea.
Get behind her and touch her. Oh. Okay, ready to weigh her up?
Yep.
Easy.
Whoops!
Easy.
You little wild thing.
So this morning I brought her through here for the first time, and she walked right up on the scales. Hopefully she will now. Oh. Okay, I'm off the scales. Just a second. Oh. She's off the scales.
Okay, well I think it's less than 500. I think I was wrong.
Put it back to 400.
I did.
And we'll try again.
Yep.
Touch
Come
her.
on, honey.
So I got to be careful. I don't want to, lady, be good. I don't want to have a bad experience for her. So we may not get an extremely accurate weight, but we should be pretty close. But what she's doing is she's pushing her butt over when I get on here.
What is going? I can't believe she's this little. I'm at 300. Something's wrong.
Not necessarily.
Isn't it? Oh, I guess not. I guess I'm thinking way too much for her.
No, that's not surprising.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, touch her again.
Come on, sweetheart. Come on.
I guess we're way off on estimation. I just wasn't really thinking much. So anyways, she's under 300.
Well, she was probably only 100 when she was born. There. She's somewhere around 240.
Okay, close enough.
I'll just put her on here for that. She gets to go on the board.
Okay, so now we have set down Livy at 240. I'm going to go back. I'm kind of curious what the other ones weighed at 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks is approximately the time I would have weighed them up. So we'll see, and maybe we can compare. So this mark right here, this spot where it's broke off, that's pretty close to where the foot really should be. Maybe a little bit shorter than it should be, but this definitely is not too bad. I'll take a little more off here. But as you can see over here, there's quite a flare right there. So I'm guessing, thought I had a piece of chalk, but I don't. But I'm gonna be kind of cutting from there. Around that much will be coming off. A pretty good sized chunk. So like I said, I don't want to take off too much because she has slight feet problems and she'll get lame if if they cut back too much. So I got to be careful with that. And what I should just do, take some off, and then, you know, in a month from now do it again. That would be much better. Come here. Brenda, maybe if you just come over here, maybe Libby would go around.
Yeah.
And she would be less stressful.
Libby will do what Libby wants.
Libby will. But what we're trying to do is keep Lady not quite so stressful.
Lady seems a lot better if she knows you're working on her than if you're working on Libby.
Yes. So to do just a straight, simple trimming job, these are the 3 tools that I really only need. My rasp, the nippers, and a hoof trimmer, a hoof knife. So I've shown a lot of shoeing and trimming before, and I've always been very clear that I'm not a professional farrier. But as with so many occupations, there are things that you learn to do, maybe not perfectly, but you learn to do them because it just costs too much money to hire somebody to do everything that needs to be done. And so that's obviously what and why I do my own trimming sometimes. I used to do all my own shoeing, but fortunately I've got Eli and Andy to do that most of the time.
If you've never been around horses' hooves when they've been trimmed, I just want to tell you they don't smell great. It's somewhere between a cross between rotten cauliflower and I don't know. It just kind of stinks, but the dogs are always crazy about the trimmings. They think it's a delight.
So these hooves, if they're not kind of rounded, you'll take out big chunks like that, and that's not good. So I'm kind of rounding around there so that it stays kind of less apt to get caught on things and break.
Do you see a difference between the different breeds of horses and how, in general, their hooves are?
I'm sure some people would say that there's a huge difference, and I've heard a lot of those situations, but so often, even amongst the individual breeds, the different horses amongst the individual breeds, they vary so much anyway. I mean, I've had so many Belgians that they could be out in pasture and they wouldn't need a trimming hardly at all. And then the next one, like Lady here, she definitely does. But I gotta be careful with her because as you can see right there, there's a little blood forming. Right in the corner right here is a little blood forming. She has very tender feet. So I'm not gonna do anything more than just that. And then I'll put her up front here and just kind of make it look a little better from the front. But that's all I'm gonna do as far as taking off the hoof. by working on the front, it gets those spots where it's kind of sharp where this hole is, and it helps me get it smoother so it's less apt to get caught on things and break. Come here. Come here.
Just like fingernails.
Yep. Put your foot right there. I am very bad about doing a really good job of training horses to hold their feet up. I am somewhat spoiled because I've had stocks for years, and it's not good. It's so much better if you are taking the time with your horses and are getting them to lift their feet up really good without stocks. Now, if you want to critique me and say how poor of a job I'm doing, go right ahead. I really don't care. I would probably agree with you in most everything you say, but in shoeing just an average job is better than no job at all. And I disagree completely with people that think if you can't afford to have a shoer do it, you shouldn't be doing it. I just disagree. I think it's very important for everybody to know at least the basics of trimming feet.
But also, if anybody had suggestions, you wouldn't mind them, right?
Nope, not at all.
Put them in the comments below if you do.
So often as we do things, we get kind of stuck in our ways, and we don't want to listen to other people. We don't want to learn new ideas. But most often, people will listen and think about and ponder those ideas as to whether they think it would work for them. So get a close-up of these 2 feet and see. I mean, there's a huge difference from the left foot that I just did to the right foot that still needs to be done. It's so hard with YouTube because I know the attention span of so many people is so short that it's probably beneficial for my YouTube channel to be doing really, very little showing of this, just short clips. But in the process of doing that, you will miss so much stuff that happens in the process of doing this, that if you're here to maybe learn a little bit, although I'm not the best person to be learning from, but still, if you can usually learn from everybody. A lot of times you can learn from me, what not to do. But anyways, so I do tend to try to show quite a bit of this process. So even if I'm doing things maybe not the way you're used to, or maybe even wrong, a lot of times you can still learn from people that do it wrong to find out how not to do it. All right, come up, lady. Come up here. What I like to do in these stocks is kind of snug my rope up and put my foot on my knee on the rope, and then get this strap hitched up, and then tighten this up if I can. Anyways, that's a rough looking foot right there, I'll tell you that. It needs quite a lot taken off, but we can do that. This is, like I said, I'm no farrier, but this is not a sign of a healthy foot. But like I said, she has had troubles with her feet
And sometimes even the genetics of her might not be the best to pass even along, but she is an older mare too. So as animals get older, just like humans, so many things kind of go backwards. Because when she was younger, she had beautiful, beautiful feet. So I don't want to take too much off the sole, although I may take a tiny little bit off there. But it's just that if I go too, I gotta be very careful not to go too deep on her sole, because it'll actually bleed. And these heels, I can tell, are really worn down nicely. They're really the way I actually want them. I'm probably not gonna touch them at all. She has always had issues with receding heels, I guess you call it. And so she's got beautiful heels right there now, and I don't want to shorten them down anymore. I want to get this toe down. So I am sure that a fairy could tell me what's going on with her hoof, because this is not supposed to have this big gap here, although this is higher than it should be too. But I just gotta be careful not to go down too deep, although I'm gonna take a little bit off. But I just gotta be careful of her bleeding. Okay. So here's the white line right here, and you know, generally you don't cut behind that white line. So there's, I think, like I said before, I don't want to take off a lot this time. Okay, but I think I'll bring it down somewhat closer to the white line, and but I'm just hoping I don't actually make her lame by cutting this stuff all off. Generally, everybody knows it needs to come off. It should come off, but I just have had times where I've trimmed her feet or taken a shoe off, and then she's just got, then she's quite lame, quite tender-footed, so it bothers her. So I'm gonna leave it like it is for now. The secret also is to, with the nippers, to get it as flat as possible. And I believe I did. I think that's a good flat cut. So now I'm just going to leave it as is, because I just don't dare to take it back a lot more at this point, because I'd be cutting way into the white line, and I don't want to do that. So now I'm just going to pick it up, trim off on the front side, and when I'm done, you'll see that this hoof is still a little bit larger than the other one. Lady's always been a good horse in the stocks. She lifts her feet up good, she works good, she stands good. And even with Libby running around, she's doing very well. I'll just get this down here and we can look at it.
Lady needs a mirror so she can look behind her. She can see where Libby is.
Yeah. Okay, get a close-up of that, Brenda. Huge, huge improvement, in my opinion. And hopefully she won't have any problems with lameness because of her tender feet. So, 2 down, 2 to go.
This one really stinks.
Doesn't look bad. So her feet here are still, her heels are really good and have been wearing down nicely, I feel. So again, I'm just going to take off the toe. Some ways with the stocks, the hind foot are easier, in some ways they're harder than the front feet. I expect probably some of you guys would love to have me show more of the shoeing done when I go to the Amish, but they've been so good about allowing me to film, and I have in the past, but I don't want to push it because they've been so good, and I know it's kind of a gray area for them, but some of them have been willing to share a little bit because they know kind of so many things that I do and them are something that are not seen very much, so they also want to share it, and I think that's great, but I just don't really want to show an overabundance of the Amish doing things for me.
Well, we do have a video way back when,
Oh, we've got a bunch of them actually,
you know, so.
but I haven't recently.
Somebody's right behind you.
I wanted to bite my butt. Leave me alone.
It's gonna pull your pants backwards.
Hey, you be good. You be good, smarty pants.
Well, I can tell she likes you anyways.
I'm not gonna like her if she bites me. I won't put it past her. So many foals will go through a biting stage, and you got to teach them not to, obviously. Okay. And she really hasn't bit me yet. But I don't want to stand her here very long and give her that chance, huh, girl?
How bad would it hurt?
Oh, it's just a good old nibble, but a lot of times they'll scare you more than hurt you
Yeah.
because you don't expect it. Hold on, girl. Almost done. Give me a foot. Come here. Stop being. Come here. Come here. Yep.
Well, lady got her hair and nails done today. Beauty parlor day.
I don't think she enjoys it as much as you women do.
Another one.
I can live with that. I can't imagine having a whole herd of horses that are maybe out to pasture the bulk of the time and having a bunch of them in the herd like her. Because like I said, so many horses wear their feet down almost fine and they don't even need to be trimmed up. In the wild. Curious what you guys think. How would she handle the wild with her feet the way they are? And, you know, wild horses surely don't have farriers to take care of their feet. But I'm sure, like so many things in domesticating animals, they lose a lot in the genetics that are really good for them.
Is that normal, how pink it is behind her?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one thing I do that might help you guys if you're new to shoeing with the stocks and whatever, and even on the ground, when you pick their foot up, if you grab their toe right here, you have so much better control of her, and you're more apt to be able to hold that hoof up. If you try and grab here, they can just bend their hoof down and you lose them. You can't hold them. But if you grab right here at the toe, you got a lot better control of them. Just a little tidbit of a note. So often when I'm shoeing horses, or if I have a horse that kind of moves his foot a lot, as you can see, this is just here, and they can still pick their foot up a lot, but I will actually put this strap around them like this to secure that hoof more. It's just for a safety precaution. It actually makes it harder to work because with it like this, I can actually lift it up, move it around, get my hand behind it and do things like this to be able to do things. This area here, and I'm sure there's a good name for it, but anyways, it's so easy to get little rocks and pebbles in there and make them uncomfortable to walk on. They're not really sore, but it's just like us having a pebble in our sock or something. And if it stayed there for a long period of time, it would get a sore. When I'm working on the frog like this, if I come across the spot, like right here, with black right there, I try to dig that right out so it's completely exposed and get that out of there, because that's what will, I believe, I'm right in saying this, spots like that are going to potentially turn into foot rot or thrush. Like even right down here is a tiny little bit. Look at that, I must have cut myself. So anyways, I'm just going to dig that out of there, make sure that's not there. And the rest looks good. Okay, there again, my heels are good, pretty good. And I need to get rid of that toe. I apologize to you guys that are watching if we make this video too long and too in depth on trimming horses' feet, but I'm hoping maybe it'd be a big help to somebody, because this is really basic 101 hoof trimming, coming from somebody that's done it a ton but still doesn't have any schooling. And hopefully I'm not teaching anything too bad as far as how to do it. Our battery went dead in the GoPro, obviously. That's why, not obviously, but that's what happened. That's why Fred had to run and get another battery for the GoPro. Come here. Luke. Luke, come here. Come here. Now we'll just smooth up the front side and we will be done. Good, good. So get a good shot of both those hind feet, Brenda. And let's see what we think from the outside, at least.
Question is, lady, what do you think? Like?
Okay, I'm liking those feet. So next on the agenda is I want to take Lady out of here and weigh her up because we haven't weighed her since, I don't know, quite a while ago and while she was still in foal. And then I'm going to attempt to put Lady and Libby in the trailer. And I'm going to do it first by just leading Lady and see if Libby will just follow us right in. If she doesn't, I'm going to have to tie Lady in the trailer and grab Libby and lead her on. So anyway, she's not going to like this, probably, but let's attempt to get her weighed up. Okay, let's see what the lady weighs up. Oh, oh, oh.
That's just about 1820.
Okay.
Libby, you want your turn now?
She walked right through.
I know.
Okay, so I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I'm sure Lady will climb in the trailer. But will Libby follow her? I do not know. Come here. Oh.
Libby's going trying to catch her over here. Come on, Lib.
Hey.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Go see your mama.
I hear you. Oh. That worked good, eh? All right, let's try again, Libby.
Libby has got some concept problem. She doesn't get going on there. She goes on both sides.
It's noisy. Come here, Lady. Come here. Lady, come on. We'll go slower. Stay farther back, Brenda. I don't know if that makes a difference. All right, come here. Come here. Lady, Lady. Come here. Lady, Lady. Oh. Oh. Brenda, come open this door.
Calm down, lady.
Well, we'll have to do that once or twice more before we go to the stud, but as long as I went in slow, she followed pretty good. So I think that's what we'll just
That was a
continue
lot. That was smart. That worked a lot better.
So, and of course I won't bother tying her in the trailer. Lady will probably be tied as I truck her over. But close that gate, Brenda. Come here, girl. I gotta take the halter off. Come here. Oh. There you go. I bet they're gonna want to get out of here fast. Good job, lady. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video with Lady and Libby. We shall see you next time. Have a great day.
Baron, can you tell everybody to like and subscribe if they enjoyed this video?
They're right there. Let's get them in.
All right.
Good.
Duke, go in your stall.
Cut it. Get back.